One of New York's most overlooked MCs, Joey Badass, has decided to get into the ring with the West Coast boogeyman, Kendrick Lamar. In this video, I'll be talking about why Joey Badass is throwing subliminal shots at the Compton rapper. And if he's not careful and not prepared, he could be put into a pack like Kendrick did to the Canadian bacon rapper, also known as Drake. Man, oh man. We're not even in a full week of 2025 and we're already getting into some wild shit. But in hip-hop news, Joey Badass put out a track on New Year's Day called The Ruler Is Back, which he sends subliminal jabs at Kendrick Lamar. Now, I'm not going to get too much into his backstory, but what you do need to know is, first, he's from New York, which is the birthplace of the genre we all love and appreciate. Secondly, he's actually a really talented lyricist that everybody, even his peers in New York, are overlooking him in the conversation as one of the top hip-hop MCs. And if you need proof, check out his album 1999. Fire. Classic. Now, it's very important that I highlight that he's from New York because for the past decade or so, Atlanta has been running the rap game with the likes of Future, Young Thug, Lil Baby, and even Gunna. And after Kendrick put the smackdown on the 6 God this past year, there's a resurgence of West Coast rap that we haven't seen since the 90s when Tupac, Snoop, and Dre was running the game. In this whole discussion of hip-hop, New York and the East Coast have been watching from the sidelines, feeling a little bit salty. Let's not forget when Kendrick rattled the whole rap game when he dropped the Control verse back in 2013. When he called out numerous rappers and dropped a bar that made a lot of New Yorkers upset.
I'm the king of New York, king of the coast. One hand, I juggle them both.
Yeah, they weren't fucking with that. So much so that allegedly Diddy attempted to pour a drink on Kendrick Lamar over the verse, which resulted to Puff and J. Cole getting into a scuffle. And let me be very clear, this is all alleged. Don't take it for fact or don't take it for face value. This is all alleged. So that bar also garnered responses from Joel Ortiz, Joe Budden, Big Crit, and you guessed it, Joey Badass. Now, as far as the song goes, I'm gonna be honest, it was okay. There wasn't anything about that track that made me go, oh my god, this shit is fire, bro. Yo, Kendrick, you need to drop a response. You need to drop a response. He's pulling your card. It was alright. The most memorable bar, in my opinion, will probably be
too much West Coast dick licking. I'm hearing niggas throwing rocks, really ain't shit sticking.
And I say it's memorable because he's referencing Jay-Z's track 22 Twos when he says,
too much West Coast dick licking.
Joey also expresses that he's the king in NY, yada yada yada, all that stuff. But let's be real, Joey, I don't think you're prepared for a nigga like Kendrick. Like, no glaze. This past year, he just proved why he's crowned the king of hip hop right now. I mean, he completely obliterated Drake, lyrically and mentally. He rapped about his insecurities. He rapped about this fraudulent facade he puts out in the public. He even brought the whole family into the mix, telling his mom, his dad, and even his whole son that this man y'all support is a certified pedophile. Let's add that he's won 17 Grammys and has received 57 Grammy nominations, solidifying himself as the most nominated artist in Grammy history. Additionally, this man is the only rapper to win a Pulitzer Prize, and this is regarded as the highest national honor in journalism, literary achievement, and music composition. In other words, he's a music genius based on their standards. And those are some pretty high standards. And if you're still questioning Kendrick's ability, just type on YouTube Kendrick Lamar freestyle and literally click on any video. That should let you know that this man is different and should not be fucked with. I mean, he doesn't call himself the boogeyman for no reason. And Joey, you gotta be ready to get down and dirty when it comes to Kendrick, and if you decided to step in that arena with him. You've been doing your thing when it comes to the acting, and these past few years you've been on some fly guy, shea butter moisture, cocoa butter wearing, napkin in the t-shirt ass nigga. And there's nothing wrong with that. I even got me some cocoa butter around it motherfucker. Look, you know what I'm saying? I even got me some cocoa butter, you know what I'm saying? I gotta stay moisturized, you feel me? I gotta stay moisturized. You know, I gotta stay moisturized. Smells beautiful too. But that shit don't mean nothing to a nigga from Compton. A nigga that used to hear gunshots on a regular basis. A nigga that got jumped in front of the Avalon swap meet in front of his mama. A nigga that doesn't care about all the flashy shit and cares about the art of lyricism and rap. And Kendrick seems like a cool guy, but after seeing what he did to Drake last year, there's a side to him that is straight devious and maybe even borderline evil. But I'm gonna give Joey Badass the benefit of the doubt and see if he's capable of stepping in the lion's den with Kendrick, because who doesn't love an underdog story? I'm curious to know if Joey Badass has more in the chamber, and this track may be the appetizer. I understand why the Brooklyn rapper decided to step up. He wants to flex his lyrical expertise and let everybody in the rap industry know why he should be in the conversation of hip-hop elites. And right now, this may be the perfect time to do that. Some of the artists that we love are now up there in age, and we're curious on who is going to carry the next generation of hip-hop. J. Cole considered himself to be the big three, but he got exposed and bailed out of the beef faster than Usain Bolt running a 100-meter dash. Drake, we already know how that turned out. Big Sean, he was hesitant and pump faked way too much to even be taken seriously. Meek Mill, that man was too busy bunny hopping, eating wet french fries, and doing play dates with the diddler. Now, do I think Kendrick will respond? I think he may throw some shots back eventually, but I don't think he will prioritize replying to Joey right now. Or he may just leave the playing field open for one of his little homies or any of his affiliates to handle him. You gotta remember, he's performing at the Super Bowl next month. So to him, he has other things that's worth his time right now. But I do think he's not going to let this slide completely. And one thing I do know about Kendrick is that he's very spiritual and he's very peculiar on timing everything. Also want to add that Hitta J3, who's Kendrick's cousin and featured on the GNX album, tweeted saying, "Tell Joey try again." Followed by another tweet where he says, "That shit don't deserve a response." Did Kendrick Lamar tell his cousin Hitta J3 that he's not going to give the track any attention? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the next move is, man. But y'all let me know in the comments section, do you believe Joey Badass is a worthy opponent for Kendrick Lamar? I have a feeling a lot more rappers are going to be coming after Kendrick in 2025. Thank you guys for watching. Once again, I appreciate you guys for all the tremendous support. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to catch you in the next video.